All right, welcome back. Well, not welcome back. Welcome to Party Chat. This is our fourth episode. We've hit that weekly stride, so this is a week follow-up from last week. I'm Justin, joined by Mitch and Aaron.
Hello, we're here again.
Back again. Back at it, boy. So we're just gonna, as usual, it's a weekly podcast. We talk about video games, stuff that's going on. The topic for this week, it's, quite on par with what's been going on in the news lately, is games being delayed. It frustrates all of us to, all hell, and we'd like to see it stop, but it continues to happen. But first, we're going to start off with, what we've been playing for the last week or so. For me, we've spoken about it before, but Game Pass, I love it. It's one of the best things ever to be invented. So I've been going in on Remnant from the Ashes. I don't know if either one of you boys have played that title yet.
Yeah, I have, actually.
It's pretty decent. It's like a Dark Souls, but more third-person shooter-based. I thought it was going to be super easy, but it's fucking hard. But I don't know, it's sucking me, and it's really good. I've sort of been giving it a bit of a go. Just something a bit different from like the AAA games I've been playing of late, like Death Stranding and, Dragon Quest on Switch and stuff. But, it's janky, but I like it. Aaron, mate, what have you been getting up to this week?
I haven't had really a chance to play many games at all this week, other than we did a stream on Tuesday, and I think we played Splitgate. I can't remember. That's pretty much it. I played a bit of Superstar Saga, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga on 3DS. Played a little bit of that. Oh, and I played Beat Saber. Yeah, I played Beat Saber on PSVR.
Did you play the Witcher song on Beat Saber?
No, I haven't got it yet. I don't think it's on the PlayStation one. I think it's only on the PC version.
Oh,
yeah, it's only on the PC version. It's not on the PlayStation.
Sorry, console peasant talking here. I don't have a PC, so...
I don't have a VR set for PC, that's all. If I had a VR set for PC, I would be playing it. But...
Yeah, but they're like definitely $1,000, so...
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah, they're quite pricey.
Mitch, mate, what have you been besides Arcade?
No, actually, no Arcade. I've completely stopped playing Arcade, actually. And Star Citizen, I haven't touched that. Yeah, I haven't really played much this week. And by the way, our stream on Tuesday was for Astroneers, and it did not go well.
Did you get to play the game much at least, though? Or?
We have played it a little bit before. We sunk a fair few hours into it, actually, didn't we, Aaron?
Yeah, we did.
We stayed up till like 2 a.m. Playing that game. Like, we just got sucked in completely. It was really good, actually, really enjoyable. So we were hoping to start a fresh map and stream with the community, but unfortunately it just didn't work out that way. But that's okay. We can try that again later. But other than that, actually just been working too much to actually sit down and play. I get home at like 6:30 and I'm getting up at 4 a.m. So it's been full on this week, unfortunately, just because of the jobs I've had to do.
That's a bummer. But adult life, huh?
Yeah, the joys, unfortunately. But there's a lot of stuff coming out that I do want to try. There's a lot of stuff coming to Star Citizen. I know you guys give me a bit of flack on that, but I will be jumping on that.
I only give you flack because I can't play it.
That is so true. I never thought of it that way.
It looks like a good game. I remember seeing all the Kickstarter campaigns and stuff for it. It's just I'm a peasant. I have consoles. There's no PC for me, so I can watch and cry with envy, and that's about it.
Well, maybe one day I'll record you a video of me playing and send it to you,
so I can cry myself to sleep.
Yeah. The graphics are absolutely wonderful. If you've got a good graphics card, anyway.
I got a PS4, mate. It's the best graphics card.
I can't believe I just heard that. That is... Anyway,
it's the truth.
Moving on.
Well, moving on. So like I said before, topic for this week is games that have been delayed. Happens quite often in the game industry, whether you like it or not. Sometimes it's for good, sometimes it's for bad. The general purpose behind the delay is that for whatever reason, the game's not working out. There's bugs, there's kinks, there's improvements to be made. So in general, it's a good thing. Usually the end result is you get a more refined and better game, which is what we as, gamers and consumers want. But at the same time, that means the game you're looking forward to in a month may now be 6 months away, and that sucks. But obviously, this week or even like a couple of days ago, Cyberpunk 2077 was recently delayed from April till September, which sucks because I'm a huge CD Projekt Red fan, and I was really, really, really wanting that game. I mean, either of you boys, was that a game you were eyeing off, or like are you sort of...
Absolutely. It's a game that's definitely on my radar that I'm definitely keen to play this year. I'll probably play it on PC actually this time around because it looks like it'd be a phenomenal one to be playing on PC and streaming a bit.
Yeah.
So,
All right, rub it in, man. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with him. But ever since I first saw the little trailer for it, I was hooked. I'm pumped for it. The only big problem, I suppose, for me will be time. Yeah, that and the fact that it got pushed back. But I don't know. For me, it's like sometimes a game will get pushed back, like a project like this, and you'll be like, they're only taking a couple of months. Let's let them do what they got to do to get this right.
Yeah.
And hopefully we get a good game. Because otherwise you get games like, for instance, No Man's Sky, which was, rushed out the door, and we all saw how that went. People claiming that they wanted their money back and getting it back from Steam and all that kind of business. So I rather them do a good job,
But
not take too long.
And I think it's good. Like CD Projekt Red, like I said, they're a pretty good developer. So I take it on faith that if they've delayed it, it's for a very, very good reason. It's not so they can, add microtransactions or add some shitty multiplayer component.
And it's to add more Keanu Reeves in it, just all the breathtaking Keanu Reeves.
You know what? If that is the reason, if Keanu Reeves said, "Hey, look, boys, I can't record any footage for like a couple of months," and they're like, "You know what? Delayed," I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me at all.
Are you a big Keanu fan by the sound of it?
100%.
Hell
man.
yes, man.
The guy can't do wrong, and like he's just like the nicest dude. Like from everything I've seen, I've never seen him be like a dickhead. You always see celebrities and they're like assholes in public. Like he shares a name, but Justin Bieber is a bit of a prick in real life, from what I've heard. And then you've got Keanu Reeves, who just like, I dare you to try and find someone online with him being a dickhead to somebody. I dare you.
Yeah,
you won't find it.
Apparently, he is truly a humble person.
Oh, 100%.
But that is based off of his past experiences in life.
Yeah, I was going to say he's had a bit of a rough run. But you know what? It just makes him more relatable. I like that, he takes a subway. I mean, we've all seen the sad Keanu meme where it's him eating a sandwich on a park bench, and it's like, we've all been there, man. Just sitting there looking at our food like, the fuck am I doing with my life? Why am I here?
But is it sad Keanu, or is it just everyday Keanu? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't. I think it's
just how he is. Like he knows that he's popular and loved and everything like that, but he's just the kind of guy to be like, well, I still want to be a normal person.
True, man. I think a lot of people, like, this is off topic, but like with celebrities and stuff, I'd imagine, like even right now, like I'm not a celebrity by any means, but it's good to go home and just do your own thing, where I'd imagine being followed 24/7 by, paparazzi, and everything you do in your daily life is like recorded and put on the internet. Probably sucks. You can't really do much without somebody saying, look at this guy doing this.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
like you say one thing out of context, and the next year it blows up into Keanu said this about this or whatever. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's the thing with the internet. It's opened up the world, but also made the world a smaller place. Like, a couple of centuries ago, even in the 90s, you wouldn't have gotten all the information that you get now. Dial-up for bloody hell.
Have you ever tried playing a game on dial-up? It's like insane.
Yes, I think
so
the
bad.
only game I was able.
I used to play RuneScape
Only game
on
I was
dial-up.
able. Yeah, RuneScape on dial-up. That was a thing back then, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Like you always used to get disconnected all the time. Oh,
You'd be in the middle of a battle and it's like,
oh my god.
I remember trying to get online with Need for Speed Underground on dial-up, and that was painful.
Impossible.
I mean, we
Great
still have
game though.
basically-
That was a great game.
We still have shit internet though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you live in Australia like us, we have absolutely fucking horrendous internet. It sucks. It's basically dial-up.
Really? What have you got, the NBN, or is it NBN to copper incoming?
Fuck the NBN's what I say.
Because I've got NBN to the house, and truly it is amazing depending on who you go with, because you got to shop around. I'm with a group that does a gaming only package. It's for gamers, and they promise a certain speed, and if it doesn't meet 75% of that speed, then they will give you your money back, or they'll downgrade you to a cheaper plan and all this kind of stuff.
Why would you want to downgrade?
So.
Why would you want to downgrade if it doesn't meet the expectations?
Of course, you wouldn't want to downgrade, but the option's there. They're happy to be like, okay, well, if you can get the speeds you require from someone else, then go to someone else. But they've got the options there, which is nice. I think it's good.
No, 100%. I mean, more gamer focused things are always a good initiative. I like it.
Yeah.
But actually, look, again, it's off topic, but speaking about the whole celebrity lifestyle thing, I don't know if either one of you guys saw that Ricky Gervais Golden Globes roasting.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that was brutal,
That was amazing. I love him. Like, he's awesome. Even before this, he's always been one of my favorite comedians. And just to see him go out there and be like, I don't give a fuck, man. Like, fuck you, and you're a fucking pedo, and you're a rapist, and fuck Harvey Weinstein. It's like, he could be blacklisted from Hollywood forever, but he's just like, I don't give a shit, whatever.
Yeah, because he came out and he was like, well, this is the last one of these I'm ever doing, so
And you could,
F you all, pretty
literally
much.
tell that he just was like, I don't give a shit if no one calls me back for this. It's fucking done. I'm over it. Like,
yeah, this is
he didn't wanna be
live.
there at all.
What are you going to do?
Well, considering he's done it, 4 or 5 years in a row now, like, I think about that time, you're just like, why do you keep inviting me back?
But it's good, though, that he made so many good points. Like, again, it's so off topic, but just like while we're on that tangent, like, the fact that he basically went and said, like, Kevin Hart wasn't allowed to host because he sent out some, mean tweets or whatever. And he's like, hello, like, who the fuck?
Yeah, they were
like,
from like ages and ages and ages ago. And he came out and apologized and said that the person he was back then does not reflect the person that he is today, which 100%. 100%. But look at the times that he posted that stuff. It was the norm, not the norm, but it was very normal to make jokes or comments like that. And so to hold someone like, that's like taking like, Christopher Columbus and being like, oh, you're a slaver, you had slaves and all this. People like from that era and being like, oh, you can't do that. Well, actually it was the norm back then. That was the thing then. So it's like, come on, mate. He's apologized, heartfelt apology, and he would have done great, in my opinion.
It was the same thing with
point where I think
Oh, well, they had James Gunn had the same thing. Remember, he got kicked off Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because of some comment he made, like, I think it was like 6 years ago or something on Twitter.
some shitty tweet.
So they kicked him off Guardians of the Galaxy, and then DC Films or whatever picked him up to do the Suicide Squad movie, and next day Disney comes back and goes, oh, people don't actually give a shit about this anyway, so come on back and make Guardians 3 for us.
I don't think people do. I don't know why they got it in their head, but it's like they feel like if James Gunn did, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and it got released to cinemas and then that tweet surfaced, like nobody would see the movie. That's like how I imagine
control.
They picture
That's
it.
all it is. And plus Disney has this whole reputation thing of, we're family.
Yeah,
friendly,
100. We're family. Yeah.
No one cares, though.
Which is, well, it's not that no one cares. It's that there's a tiny amount of people out there that want to hold everybody accountable because they're God's gift to the bloody world. When if you were to look in their closet, I'm damn sure there'll be some skeletons in there too from when they were younger and dumber.
100%, man. Like, we all make
Everybody
mistakes.
grows and evolves and changes, and nobody should be not held accountable for their past. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, they should be allowed to err and then grow and learn and do better.
Yeah. I mean,
you've got to learn from your mistakes.
You can't be a murderer and then be like, sorry about that, I changed.
No, but
still a murderer,
if you do your time, if you do your time for the crime, I don't see why anybody shouldn't be given a second chance. Well, okay, not anybody.
No, I was
You're
gonna
taking
say.
a very broad spectrum. I'm talking about like guys that make comments on the fucking internet
yeah.
from
I know,
like
I
20
agree.
years ago.
But you're right. Like you said before, like we live in the age where everything's on the internet, so it's like you just can't escape it. And there's still people on like my Facebook. I'll scroll through and be like, "Why the fuck did you post that?" But
Oh,
it's
man.
there. It's there forever.
Facebook, have a look at the stuff that's on MySpace. God, that's cringeworthy.
Oh, well, is MySpace still running?
Yeah.
Oh, it's still a platform.
Justin Timberlake
I think it was
bought it.
bought out though, wasn't it?
Yeah, Justin
Yeah.
Timberlake
Yeah.
bought it. Turned it into
It's a music. It's
music
more of
platform
a
now.
yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yuck.
What are you talking about? It was always a music platform, realistically.
Well, true.
Do you
but-
remember all the bloody music? You go on somebody's page and just spam music at you. You're like, oh god, what is
Spams
this?
Avril Lavigne, whatever.
He was a skater boy. Oh my
I'm
god.
glad MySpace is gone.
It's still there. It's still this
Yeah,
music
I've
and
lost it.
entertainment news on there now. I'm just looking at it right now.
It's just Justin Timberlake posting his own shit.
Oh god. Anyway, what other games are we annoyed about that have been pushed back this year?
All of them. No.
Well, yeah, all of
Well,
all
I
of
mean,
them,
look,
yeah, that's true.
Cyberpunk 2077 sucked. I mean, that's probably the big one for me, at least.
Yeah.
Man, you need some WD-40 on your chair.
I reckon.
It is like the squeakiest fucking thing. Anyway, like the so we had the Avengers is also I guess you can call it a tentpole, AAA title release, and that was delayed. I can't remember when till, but that was coming out March, May, I think May. Yeah, and then it got delayed for whatever amount. But that's a game where I don't really care. Like, I'll probably still check it out, but for me, it's like it's delayed. It's probably because they want to make more money or some shit. That's not a game I feel like they delay because they really want to polish it and make it the best experience.
It's been pushed back to September. It was going to release in May.
Good luck, going up against 2077.
Yeah, it's
I can say.
it's definitely not going to do well in September.
No.
And a few months later, everyone's
why
going to
is
be on
this
the
again?
PS5 and Xbox Series X anyway. So it's like, why
Well,
would you
that's
release
it.
it at the end of the life cycle?
I don't know, man. That game, like, it had some... When it was announced, I was intrigued, but then the more I've heard about it, when they sort of describe it like there's looting elements to it, it's like, no, you just want to microtransact stuff, that's all you want. Don't give me that bullshit.
Then the acting's a bit
Which
dodgy.
one-
Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah, we saw that at PAX, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
it was playable, but the line was like 5 hours long.
Yeah, and it kept closing before you even got to the front. Yeah, that was really annoying, actually. But from what I saw and from what we were able to have a glimpse at just watching other people play, it looked all right. Like,
It does look alright, but I think the acting behind it, like you hear the voice acting in the trailers, and you're like, I don't know, it just seems off. But I mean, it could be just because you were used to the MCU kind of Avengers, so it's a bit different.
Yeah.
but-
yeah, rather than who they've got voice acting.
I think that's the hard thing, man. Like, all in all, like, like they've got some great actors like Nolan North, Troy Baker and stuff, and it's like they're fantastic, voice actors and motion capture actors. It's just hard to see Tony Stark and be like, the fuck? You're not Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you imagine
Not
if they
my
had to
Iron
pay
Man.
all those guys. Oh my gosh.
Well, I think he got paid like some ridiculous amount of money for what was it, like Homecoming? He's in it like for, I don't know, 15 minutes or whatever it is, and he got paid like a 20 million, whatever it is, like a lot of money just for that.
Wow.
Which is probably why they killed him off, because he's super fucking expensive.
I thought he wanted to leave.
I think he did. Like, he's been doing it for like,
He's
what,
been doing
10, 11 years now.
2008 he's been doing it since. It's like, can't blame him.
A lot of those guys want to stretch their legs and try new roles, and that's completely understandable, I think.
Well, Chris Hemsworth
makes
was
sense.
supposed to finish after Thor 3, but it was only because he got to work with Taika Waititi that Taika convinced him to stay. But
Which is good, because that was an amazing movie. The other two Thors are shit.
yeah, I have to admit, they're
and I
not,
think-
not exactly great.
No, Ragnarok's honestly one of my favorite like Marvel movies.
It is,
And
yeah,
not
for me
'cause
too. Just because of the comedy and all that. But
Yeah, not because it's a Marvel. Like it could be anything. It's just like, Chris Hemsworth. He's pretty funny, and like the interactions with Hulk and stuff, and especially like when he's as Bruce Banner, and it's like him and Bruce walking through the town. They make some really good lines together. I forgot what we were talking about besides the Avengers.
games that have been delayed.
My brain just died on me.
There's a few other games like Final Fantasy VII's been pushed back once again, even though it got announced at E3 2015. So it's been like nearly 5 years now, and we still haven't got it.
Yeah,
It sucks.
does anybody really expect that it's gonna really actually come out?
I think
at this point,
it will come out. Because there was I don't know if it's
Maybe
been
on the new
changed or
console.
not, but I know there was. It's kind of like a half release thing, like it's split into segments. Do you guys know if that's still the case or not?
It's still a thing, yeah. It's releasing in episodic installments, they call it, which would be very similar to like when it came out in PS1, where there was like I think 3 or 4 discs to play it on. But this time around, it'll be released in episodes, which is
But it's
kind
it's
of
just-
annoying.
It's
But if it's the only
really
way they're going to
annoying.
get the game to work, then I guess that's what they got to do. But
yeah, I know it just kills me though, to be honest. But anyway,
I'd probably at
I
least
suppose we'll see when it comes out.
I think by doing episodes as well kind of kills the excitement because like you'd play the first episode and you'd be like, cool, first episode's done. When's episode 2 coming? Oh, not coming out for another year or so. Okay, I'll go play
Yeah,
other
and then
games.
then it gets delayed.
And then another game will come out and you completely forget Final Fantasy VII Episode 2 or whatever's come out and you're like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Oh, well, I'm going to go play some stuff on PS5 or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I suppose one good thing to look forward to is, even though it has been pushed back, is The Last of Us 2.
yeah, and again, it's another game where like it's Naughty Dog. They're a fantastic developer. So I've got every ounce of faith that if they delay a game, it's again for a very, very good cause. It's something that it frustrates me because I want to play it so bad, but
Yeah.
I know they're doing it for the right reasons. It's not some corporate move to get more money or put it to a better window to sell more units. They've looked at it and said, hey, look, this isn't where we want it. Let's delay it and let's actually give the people what we want to put out there.
It kind of sucks too because it originally was supposed to come out next month, which it's just like you're just so close.
When has it been pushed back to again?
May 29th, so it's only been pushed back a couple months, so it's not too bad.
Yeah. It's probably just fine tuning points of the game.
It could have been something as a simple little glitch or something that they worked out and they need to fix it.
Yeah, exactly. It might be a backdoor that they didn't really want in the game or something. I feel like this one is going to be darker.
Oh, definitely.
Does anyone else get that feeling?
As in, like, I get
Story-
from the
storyline
trailer.
just
Yeah, I definitely got that. I think I don't know. It's interesting because I love Joel. He was a great character, and I know the emphasis is more on Ellie, whatever you want to call her. But I guess I want to see how they play it out because I think there's rumors that like he's a ghost or he's maybe not really there, as in like Joel, like he's actually dead and she's just seen visions of him. But
yeah, post-traumatic stress kind of deal, yeah.
Yeah, but like he was just such a great character to like play as and witness, and not that she wasn't. I'm not being sexist or anything. It was just good to see, like he was just such a great character. He didn't say much. He's one of those typical ones where the less he said, the more he sort of felt. And that was actually one of the very first games where everyone's played it by now. But that intro scene where his spoiler alert, his daughter dies. That was actually one of the very few like first scenes that really got to me as like a game where I was like, holy shit.
First, if a game can hit me that hard in the first 10 minutes, then you know it's a good game straight up. You don't even know who these people are, and you're just like, what the shit?
The emotional connection is ridiculous, and it really felt like you were playing a movie rather than a game. For me,
100%.
Like,
and that's
it was just so polished. Oh,
Naughty Dog do that really good. Like, Uncharted. Look, it's got some sad moments or whatever, but it's generally more on like the Indiana Jones comical adventure side. Whereas Last of Us was just straight up like the world fucking sucks and we're all dying.
Yeah, and it's just like, I'm going to pull every one of your heartstrings. Are you ready? Probably not. Good luck.
Yeah, no. I don't have a heart. Don't hurt. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, you walked away from that game heartbroken, pretty much.
Walked away a shell of a man.
Yeah.
Stood outside my front lawn like, oh, man.
Well, the interesting thing about
sucks.
part 2 is that we might actually see Ellie's mother as well this time around. So,
yeah, true.
So it looks like she actually is looking for Ellie. Ever since she sent Ellie originally to go to the Fireflies, but so she could be like the main character. I just want to see the fallout from her finding out that Joel had been lying to her from the end of the first one.
Well, that's if she finds out, I guess. I mean, I'm sure that will probably play into it, and that's one of the good things with like it being delayed. We don't know why it was, but if it's to tweak the story because they weren't sort of happy with maybe how it ended or whatever, I'm fine with that. It doesn't always have to be gameplay wise. If they want to sort of, Naughty Dog make really good stories. So I'm just,
want to see something.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Like talking about emotion, like if you really want to see it done really well, they released like behind the scenes kind of video. It's on YouTube. It's called Last of Us Live, and you actually get to see them do the motion capture and do the acting like bare bones. And they had they had like bonus scenes that they never put in the game, but they put in there. And it's really intense, but it's really cool to see them do it.
I haven't seen that. I actually haven't seen that yet, so I'm pretty.
There's definitely one to have a look at.
Yeah, it came out when when The Last of Us first came out. It was on there. It was like a celebration thing. But yeah, check it out. It's on YouTube. It's really hardcore. It's pretty intense.
Makes sense. I mean, a lot of work went into that game, and I think it's a good thing with the games these days. Is like it's not just a pixel art blocky thing. Like some of them, they really are like lifelike. And I think we spoke about it last week, but the new console's coming up. I mean, I'm really excited to see what we're going to get coming down the track. Like games already look realistic. So, I mean, I don't know how much more they're going to be able to push those boundaries, but it'd be interesting.
Well, The Last of Us 2 in the trailer, you could actually climb underneath vehicles and that this time around too, which puts some more scary edge to the game. And there's attack dogs in this one as well. So,
Jesus,
and
it's got it's gonna be good. It just saddens me. We have to wait a couple more months, but
new clicker enemies.
I'll wait.
It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be good.
We'll get there eventually. Come on, Naughty Dog. So I know there's no shortage of games being delayed. Another one that. Well, actually, hang on. This year, no. They're the 4 ones major, I guess, for this year that were delayed, like as in recently. But there was some games that were meant to come out last year and have either been delayed to this year or, further. For me, one of the big ones that I was, disappointed but also happy with is Metroid Prime 4. I'm a huge Metroid fan. And when... we got the logo. I was like, sick, it's coming to Switch. I can't wait. And then when, I think it was E3, they announced it. And they just sort of came up and said, hey, look, the game sucks. It's shit. I can't remember who was working on it, but whoever it was, they just like, it's not up to what we want. So they're fired. They're out. Retro Studios are back. Just means it's going to be another 2 to 3 years or whatever. There's no date yet, but rough time frame. I'm assuming 2 or 3 years till we actually see... much of anything, I'd assume. But that's something I can live with. I mean, Retro Studios made the first 3.
Yeah, and they also announced at the same time as Bayonetta 3, didn't they?
Yeah, and even that, does that have a release date? I feel like that's one of the ones that also either got delayed or it's sort of like no solid release date yet. Because that was meant to come out last year, I think.
Game Awards 2017 it got announced, didn't it?
Yeah, I feel like it was meant to come out last year. But maybe got...
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out last year, and it's been changed to be advised, so they don't even have a new release date for it.
That frustrates me more when a game's just straight up like, I don't know,
It'll
because
be out when it's out. It's fine.
yeah, but even then, it's like, will it come out? There's been, there's a short list, but there's a lot of games that have like been announced and shown off and then delayed for whatever reason, and then they're just never seen the light of day. We briefly touched on it before, but Star Wars 1313 was a game that looked really amazing. Like, you had Amy Hennig from Naughty Dog, taking charge on it, and it looked awesome. Like, the gameplay trailer they showed off was just like Uncharted with Star Wars.
It's supposed to be based on a younger Jango Fett or something.
And it's like, it looked amazing. And then when we got the news, like, I think it's because Disney bought out
Lucasfilms and they shut them down.
Yeah, they're just like, fuck this shit. And it's like, okay, well, that was going to be a great game. Thanks. But, you can't get everything you want in life.
Instead, we ended up with Jedi Fallen Order, which isn't that bad either. But
no. I mean, but again, that's more EA and Respawn. I'd assume Disney doesn't have anything to do with that.
No,
unless they have to sell the rights to them.
Well, Disney does have some creative control, but they basically give their game rights to different companies. They decided to give it to EA and signed an exclusivity deal. And that's why it was a big thing when Battlefront 2 dropped with all the loot boxes and stuff. A lot of gamers out there were trying to sign a petition to get Disney to claim the rights back and give it to somebody else.
I feel like Disney are just as money hungry, though. They're not any better than anyone else. I mean, look at like, what's that game? They had we had the Skylanders games, and then Disney's like, fuck yeah, we can make money from this, and they brought out Disney Infinity. I think it was actually not a bad game from what I remember the reviews were, but just one of those ones where it's such a cash grab.
Toys to Life games. They were huge, and then I don't know. I guess they just died because everyone was like, I'm sick of paying $30 for a little Infinity thing or a Skylander.
Because they're expensive as all hell.
Skylander was an absolute joke. Like, I wasn't much for it, but my younger brothers and sisters played, and man, they're expensive as hell.
Yeah. Even like a recent one was what's it called? Starlink. I got that on the Switch, but I got it for dirt cheap because like nobody wanted it, so they're flogging them off. But again, it's one of those things where if you bought it at like original pricing, each kit was like, I don't know, between $10 and $30. You could easily spend like $400 if you bought, every like pilot and ship and weapon or whatever.
It's the same with Lego Dimensions when they brought out all those little Lego characters from all those different pop culture things.
Yeah, and it's a cool idea in theory. But then again, like, you're right. You buy all these characters and you just got a shelf full of crap that you've put on there once and be like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. And you never use again. And they just fucking sit there. Which is what my Fox McCloud Starlink guy does now. He just sits there looking at me awkwardly.
Oh dear.
Shit joke. And look, another game that got delayed last year. I'm pretty sure it was to this year. Was Doom Eternal. It was meant to come out October last year, I think.
I don't know, because they were showing that at PAX. Do you remember walking through the entrance of PAX? So we're talking about PAX Melbourne. And it was literally Bethesda Lane and just that massive screens just going off. It was like being in a trance just with gory techno.
Yeah, and I had that big Doom guy statue.
Yeah. Would love to have taken that Doom statue home, though.
Yeah, good luck carrying it. It looked pretty fucking heavy. But yeah, it's not a game it's not one I'm looking forward to in terms of like I need it, but I get if you're a fan of it, it sucks. Like any other game, if it gets delayed, you just want it now, but you can't have it.
Yeah, I'm actually I do love the Doom games. I remember playing the original on like what was it, Windows 95 or whatever.
It's on the Switch now too.
I think
really.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
What's not on Switch?
Dooms 1, 2, and 3 are all on Switch.
That is awesome.
It's like $5.
That is actually awesome. I mean, Fuck the Switch. I hate the Switch. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a disgusting thing to say. You should be ashamed of
Let's
yourself.
go back to episode 1.
The Switch is the best thing ever. All right.
I never said that.
Bullshit. Pull up the file. Pull up the recording, boys.
It was episode 2 that I said I was slightly jealous. It's only because I couldn't afford one.
I'm going to pull it
That's
up. I'm so putting it in this edit.
Oh, your money on a bloody PC.
PC wins.
I don't know. Can you play Zelda? Probably not.
Yes, actually, I can play it online. Multiplayer.
Breath of the Wild.
So,
No, you can't.
No, Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Best game ever.
Okay, but
Through
that's
emulation
not,
and not legal means.
yeah, which is
Oh, they have a server on a website and you can play a multiplayer with your friends.
you're basically a criminal. Let's be honest.
Thug life.
Yeah. Just going on a torrent and downloading games.
I never said I'd played it before. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right.
It's,
I own the cartridge. Shut up.
I just saw a Facebook video about it, so I don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
there goes our
Sorry, dude, mate.
podcast. It was nice knowing you guys. We've been sued by Nintendo. Thanks, guys.
We've been DRM'd. We can't do shit now.
Yeah, that'd be about right, wouldn't it?
Oh well.
Let's
You
go
live-
back through
you
all
live, you
the-
learn.
Let's go through all of the memories of the last 4 episodes. It's
Yeah.
like, it's like a
It's like
5-minute
best of
montage.
compilation. It's 5 minutes long. And it's just keyboards and coughing and bullshit.
Squeaky chairs.
Yeah.
And horrible jokes to end off the shows.
Hey, that's how it is, man.
So we do it. But anyway, speaking of delays, Watch Dogs Legion also got delayed as well. That was supposed to come out in
Hey.
What
March.
about that game?
They got pushed back to October. So
I feel
Wow.
like I don't know. I'm kind of happy with that. I mean, Watch Dogs.
You
2
don't
was
like the
pretty
Watch Dogs games, do you?
good. Yeah, Aaron.
oh, I do. I like watching.
Aaron loves them.
Yeah, I do.
I like watching dogs.
But apparently, apparently Ubisoft is
Probably like the Goat game too.
Ubisoft said they've pushed it back to the 2020 to 2021 fiscal year. But that could be October, could be June, or it could be simply it's been pushed back to the new consoles. So that'd be interesting if it was like a launch title for PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X.
Wouldn't surprise me.
That's
though.
actually probably a really good idea. Really good idea.
Yeah, I feel like with the tech involved in it, because the whole idea of Watch Dogs Legions is that what you can like basically play as anyone. Like every character you meet is in a theory playable, or recruitable, or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's
Yeah.
probably got some big tech behind it in terms of like how it performs and runs. So
Which would make
I mean,
sense. I mean,
I don't know.
Watch Dogs 1 was a launch title for PS4 and Xbox One.
And how many people got butthurt over it?
Yeah, well, it's
It looks so good too, though.
Did-
Like I do like the idea, but anyway.
Well, it didn't help that they showed off the tech demo on a PC, a high-end PC, and was like, here's Watch Dogs, and then when it came out, they're like, yeah, that was on ultra settings. The console's not going to look anything like that.
Here's Watch Dogs. For
Yeah,
the,
that
Xbox.
was
Oh,
BS.
shit. Yeah, that's I don't know.
Yeah.
That's probably a thing. Like it kind of comes into games being delayed in that it's like when they mismarket. Actually, not mismarket, but like deceive audiences where they like purposely release a trailer that hypes up the game and it's got like these great graphics and shit, but then the actual game is like shit, and it's like either delay it and actually get that stuff in there, or just don't advertise it as having all that fancy graphics and whatever. It's more annoying than not.
It's not the first time
That's the
happened.
problem, though. They have to make it look good, like for presentation.
But I'd be more happy with like it's like if I bought a car and it looked like a Ferrari but it performed like a fucking Hyundai. I don't care. Well, no, actually, what the
Did
fuck?
you know
I do
that
care.
actually, I'm pretty sure one of the Hyundai's got the best time on record for a non-sports car around the Nürburgring.
What, the i30?
Probably not the i30, no.
Yeah, definitely not the i30. That doesn't surprise me though. Like
It's a
off
Prius.
topic, but I've been looking at different cars and stuff lately, and the Hyundai seem to be pretty alright in terms of what they're bringing out. So does not
Nah, buy
surprise me.
Subaru.
No,
All-wheel drive, safer. You've got a family to think of.
I have no family to think of ever.
Where's your gaming
Harrison
PC
Ford
then?
stole my family. Yeah, it's like choose your family, your gaming PC. Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
Oh wow!
I'm kidding, of course. Not really. Maybe.
Anywho,
Probably would sell one of his kidneys for a gaming PC if anyone's interested.
Anywho, game's delayed, right? Am I right?
Speaking of Rainbow Six Quarantine also got delayed as well.
Is that delayed? I thought that was like a an extra feature for Siege.
Well, it started off as a game mode in Rainbow Six Siege, which it was actually pretty fun. And then they've just decided to turn it into its own game itself, like a spin-off of it. So that's coming later on. They got pushed back mainly because Division 2 and Ghost Recon Breakpoint became basically flops. So Ubisoft's gone back to the drawing board and trying to make better games, apparently. So
fair enough. Breakpoint, I was really looking forward to. Because to me, like the way and this is again misadvertising, they advertised it as like this sort of tactical, and Ghost Recon's always been tactical, but like a tactical, like you're on your own in the wildlands, and like surviving. You've got to eat, you've got to drink, you got to like bandage yourself and stuff. And it comes out and it's such a cash grab. Like it's clearly they're just trying to make money with microtransactions, and it's like one of those looter shooters where your aim is not actually to take down these enemies and plan out your route. It's just to like kill them and then get more better weapons and gear and shit. And it's like, that's not what Ghost Recon's meant to be, man. You done fucked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Ghost Recon was all about your planning and how you're going to approach a situation and stealth and yeah.
And you know what? There's a right way and a wrong way to do it. Like Rainbow Six Siege is probably an example where like the games before that were very much in like that tactical, route of like you sort of had to like choose your weapons per mission and plan out how you're actually going to tackle your objectives. And Rainbow Six Siege is like it's multiplayer and you can just run in guns blazing, but it's still got that tactical element whilst also having that microtransaction multiplayer element that you get with it. But they've done it in a good way where like they've built on it year on year, and it's become like one of the not the best, but it's become a really, really solid game. Just because they actually listened to what people said and they took it on board.
And the feedback too of like being the team killing thing and get some of the gadgets being overpowered as shit. Like
team killing's never a good idea. I don't care what.
Well, now they've put
how
it in
realistic you want to make it.
Well, now they've got a better idea. Like you actually injure yourself if you keep shooting people. So that's actually
which is good because I remember when I first got in playing it. Every time I'd fucking load a match, there's always that one fuckhead who like just looks at you and you're like, oh, don't fucking do it, cunt. And he's like, poof, kills you, and you're like, Matt, Jesus Christ, dude.
Or you simply put up a barrier on a wall where someone didn't want it and they just shoot you for it. It's like, wow, okay.
Oh, yeah. Or people just, yeah.
You can't escape trolls, but
rage.
Fucking it annoys me to know shit. I know it's just a game, whatever. I have a life. It's just fucking annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying because like the older you get, the less time you have for gaming if you have a lot of other commitments. And so when you do get to sit down and play, it's like the last thing you want is for some asshole to ruin a 20-minute game by killing you, and then you have to watch him run around the map like a twat.
I used to just get annoyed like you'd be the last surviving member and then the rest of the team would kick you because you're the last one left. It's like...
Yeah, no, what the fuck, dude? I'm trying to save you guys.
It's like, so I thought you guys died, dicks.
Or like how they're all dead, none of them got a kill, and then you die, but you have like 2 or 3 kills, and they kick you anyway because you didn't win the match.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
That would always fucking shit me. But you get those, I don't know, those 12-year-olds who are like, lol, tee kick. What do you do? Apart from try and find where they live.
Find where they live and call their parents.
Yeah.
My dad works for Xbox. Your account is now blocked.
Yeah. Your son's a right prick, mate. And you know what? Again, it's off topic, but fuck, I love when like the younger kids online, they get pissed off so hard, and you always get those like shitty inbox messages where they're like, "You fucking trash piece of shit," and "You fucking dickhead," and it's like, mate, calm down.
I love when they call you a hacker
Yeah.
or
You
a
fucking
bot
hacking
or
the
something.
game, bro.
Like Aaron and I were playing some Splitgate, and I was doing really well. And one guy was like, "Oh my god, I thought you were a bot. I didn't think you were a person." I was like, "I'm going to take that as a compliment." To be fair, though, like I get a lot of kills on Splitgate when I get in the groove.
Because you hack.
No, because I'm good, mate. Because I am good at what I do.
It's just like
You've heard it
get
here
good scrub.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, get good scrub.
You're doing a Twitch stream, and then like you minimize your window, and it's like a hacking software behind you. Like, oh shit.
How did this
That's
get
not
here? Who put this on the computer?
To be honest with you, I wouldn't even know how to hack if I tried. Like,
That's what somebody who does know how to hack would say.
Yeah.
Hacking,
I'm just
what do
too
you mean?
stupid.
I don't know how to do nothing.
Control, Alt, Del. Oh, I can't seem to find the Any key. I know. I think I'll order a tab.
The Annie key.
Oh, dear me.
Anyway, games.
I remember,
games-
like, yeah, the first time ever, like, using that key was in Morrowind.
What, tab?
No, the tiled key.
Fuck's the tile key?
What?
What, the one next to... What?
What?
The one above tab and next to one.
Oh, the squiggly mark.
Yes.
Oh, that.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's what I know it as.
I
I'm not a
just-
PC gamer, dude.
Oh, it looks like more like a Cheeto more than anything else.
Like, you could literally remove that key from my keyboard. I wouldn't even know it's missing.
Same. Like no one uses that key.
Yeah, unless you're a hacker.
Yeah.
I remember, like, I used to play, like, Unreal, like, back in the day, and that was, like...
Oh, Unreal Tournament.
Yeah, you'd click that one, you'd enter, like, your little fucking code, and, like no clip, so you just, like, fly around the map being a fuckhead.
Oh, okay. Call me a hacker. Jesus.
Yeah, I was, like, 10. There's a difference.
It's like all those kids. Like, we were never any better though. Like when you think about it,
No, definitely not.
because like remember playing COD? Not COD. God damn, what's it called? Oh wow, it just went off the top of my tongue. Used to play it in high school.
Counter-Strike?
That's the one, Counter Strike. I knew it was C,
Halo?
started with a C. No, Counter Strike, and used to yell across the room every time someone got a headshot. You'd be like, "Orp noob."
Oh, yeah.
Give me
You'd
the
have to
orb.
awkwardly, like, shut it down when your computer tech teacher came by. Oh, I'm doing my work, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, what are you guys doing in here? We're just doing our assignments.
We are researching stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
We're researching video games and do they cause violence? The answer is yes.
Yeah. It's funny that they're punching kids in the face.
They cause me taking a chair to one of my classmates because he's a cheater.
He's a hacker. Just like you.
Speaking of other delays, Skull and Bones also got delayed as well. Which Skull and Bones was a pirate game coming from Ubisoft that was similar to Sea of Thieves.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, did that already come out?
Really?
That's Sea of Thieves. I find it so
They
fucking
need
funny
a-
when, like, two of the exact same games, like, come out near the same time.
Mm.
Like, what was it? More recently, it was Overwatch and Battleborn. And
Yeah.
Battleborn just went, like, and went nowhere.
And Battleborn was actually really enjoyable.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really
that's the
good.
weird thing. I heard it was actually decent.
Yeah.
It's just that everybody, like, was just sucking Overwatch's dick.
Yeah, but that's because Overwatch is a Blizzard game and they had the money to bloody advertise for it.
And it was good.
So,
like Overwatch is good,
Oh,
but I got over it so
yeah,
quickly.
yeah, I suppose.
I just,
I never
didn't have
liked
the time.
it.
I couldn't be bothered. Really?
Yeah, I never really. I would have played Battle. Well, Aaron, didn't we play
We did.
Battleborn together?
We did, yeah.
We did. We did videos for them, didn't we?
Yeah, Battleborn was pretty decent. I liked Battleborn. Battleborn was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, we played Battleborn a lot, actually. And Battleborn and is it Paladins? I think.
We played a
Yeah,
little bit of
Paladins
Paladins.
is
Quite-
still
Yeah,
Still out.
quite similar. Quite similar. But
That's on the
Battleborn
Switch
was
now as well. Speaking of
Really?
fucking everything being on the Switch, yeah, Paladins is on it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I would definitely go back to play Battleborn, to be honest with you. That was actually a really good game.
oh, they're shutting the servers down. So sad.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay,
say,
well, never mind. Never mind.
buy Battleborn.
In other Switch news, though, they're bringing out apparently Bioshock's coming to Switch.
Which
How?
what do you mean? I nearly died. What do you mean? How?
My comment was that good.
They got the game and
I almost got rid of him.
and somebody said, "Me likey, me want on Switch," and they said, "Sure," and then they did it.
Well, it's on mobile phones, so it doesn't surprise me that it's coming to Switch.
Yuck! What a way to ruin a good game. Having a fucking iPhone.
Oh, well, saying that, PUBG and the COD that's on phones is doing really well, actually.
Yeah, look, I got them because they were free, but I just like the small screen, the touch screen. It shits me. But you're right. I
Man,
think
I
like,
am so good on there. I am so
I'm pretty good at
On
Call of Duty mobile.
Twitch. on Twitch
Yeah,
they
1v1
do really
me.
good.
Rust map.
Right, let's do
So
it.
there you go. There's some ideas for you.
Well, I was streaming. I was actually streaming PUBG on mobile.
From your phone?
Yes, I was.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a bit sketchy, but it was good.
That's a shame. Sorry.
You just couldn't
sorry
hear
to
my voice when I was playing the game, unfortunately.
Well, that's
Because I had
right.
the sound up too high. But I was doing I was full talking and everything, but you just never got to hear any of it, which was the shameful part.
None of the good banter with yourself.
Yeah, it was literally just me bantering on myself, you know?
I'm the best.
Hi guys,
It's like, why the hell did I do this? No, because there was one point it got up to, I looked at the screen, it said 4 people left. I was like, sweet. And then one guy came out and I nailed him. And I was like, okay, so there's 2 left. And then I was trying to find people and this one guy started shooting at me. I literally put 2 shots into him.
Was this one of
And
your
he died.
Was this one of your first times playing it?
On mobile, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I read somewhere that on the mobile versions of those games, like the first few matches you do, you always win. They're always engineered to make you feel like you're winning, so that you keep playing it.
Oh, I've played it. I still win, and I've played it. I've probably played 50 matches.
No, they still do it for that amount of time.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'll just keep playing it and see if I win.
No, you won't.
I guarantee you I will. I guarantee you I will. I'm going to come back next week and I'm going to be like, mate, I played another 300 games and I'm still winning. So
You'll be like second.
Get
You'll be
good,
like,
mate.
"Where's this last dickhead?" And it's like, it's just me. Oh, you're so good at this game, right, mate? Well, you lost. Too bad.
you know what?
Yeah.
Come on. Let's play a game. We'll team up. We'll play 2s and we'll see if you're any good.
I can't. I have a
All right.
BlackBerry.
you have a BlackBerry?
No.
He's just trying to get out of playing with me. He doesn't want to have anything to do with me.
I got a Nokia 3320, bro. Come at me.
I still have mine and the charger. So
The Nokia 3310.
let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll
Speed
snake you.
that speed dealer phone up.
Snake. You just throw it at your head, mate. That thing's a brick.
Snake.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh.
dun, 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 dun.
What a great game.
Oh god. What other games though? Like we were talking about the Star Wars games. There's been a fair few Star Wars games that actually got discontinued or just knocked back for ages.
Yeah,
What other ones were there?
I can't think of off the top of my head. But I know 1313 was one of the ones that really was like, that sucks.
Yeah, that one stood out for sure.
Yeah, no, you're right. There's been a bunch of them. I can't remember off the top of my
It
head.
was Knights of the Republic 3, I think was going to be one.
That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
Didn't they bring it out as an MMO? What was the new one that came out? I don't know. 4
That was
years
the
ago?
Old Republic, which was an MMO.
Right.
Yeah. That was the online one, hey.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
it was interesting. It wasn't okay. Yeah. No,
I think it's
it was
one of those
interesting.
games you probably
Super
know.
interesting.
You're a PC gamer. Most MMOs they release and they're not shit, but they're not great. I think the classic example of it's not a delay, but Final Fantasy 14 came out and it just got trashed. So they basically went, all right, well this sucks. and like remove the game completely and like re-release it, I think 1 or 2 years later as like it had a subtitle on it, but it was like that same game, just like revamped and redone. And
Final
now it's
Fantasy
like one of the most
14, A Realm Reborn.
yeah, and now it's like one of the most popular MMOs in the world. So like, there's good cause. Like if something's not right, doesn't mean you can't, redo it in a sense. So just goes to show, hey, if you shit at something, just I don't know, do it again.
Oh, I forgot they were doing that.
Yeah. There's a lot of MMOs that come out. Like you can play a lot of MMOs on Steam that are free and they're out for a bit and then they go down, It's just people getting together and building something and seeing if it works kind of thing.
Right? It fucking scares me. Like there's too many, like there's so many MMOs, and also like any MMO is such like a it requires such like a long amount of time to get invested into, to learn the characters, the lore, the mechanics. You can't just like jump and choose between like 20 different MMOs because like there's so much time required to actually get, decent with them. I just don't have the time. Yeah. I can't be fucked.
Oh, in that regard. I love playing MMOs because of the community. Oh, yeah. Like you can get into great communities and it's just really nice. I think it is hard time-wise, but you just got to decide on the kind of role that you want to play in an MMO. Like, you have to be realistic. You can't have the best gear and be the best character and be the best at the game. You need to just realize that because you're not sinking some of the hours that these guys are into it.
Unless you pay to win.
Nah.
Well, then you better go play Arcade online.
Nah, I've heard it's shit.
Because that's all.
I'm pretty sure you said it's
this
shit.
Guy. Oh my god. Yeah, because it's pay to win.
Nah, I'm pretty
Arcade
sure.
Unchained, on the other hand, is not
pull up the file out, and I'm pretty
enjoyable.
sure Mitch said like on episode 2 that Arcade is the worst game he's ever touched.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
You guys stress me out so bad.
Speaking of pay to win, Fallout 76 is also getting a DLC sometime next year as well.
In other news that nobody
Are you
cares
serious?
about.
Yeah, it's called Wastelanders.
Oh my god.
I tell you what, that game was a waste of time.
Oh, it was a waste of my life and my money.
Fucking hell. Is it what?
I froth Bethesda games, but that was just absolute. I've still got a bee in my bonnet about that one. I will for the rest of my life, I think.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're allowed to. It wasn't that great, unfortunately.
That was just a cash cow for them. That was utter bullshit.
Well, it was. It was literally them saying, Fallout Online, we can make some money, let's do it. And then it fell on its ass. I think people still play it though, which is funny to me.
Oh, of course I do.
Why?
People always... It's just what people do. Like, they get onto a game, they play it with their friends, and they're like, now I don't want to leave. I've achieved so much. Why should I leave? People do it with MMOs all the time that are going down the hole.
Well, to those people, I say, whatever, do what you want to do. I'm not going to say anything about it, actually. Speaking of leaving, we're getting to that point in the show where we've rambled on about, I don't know, a bunch of shit, actually.
Yeah, we really went off topic tonight. We went on a lot of different tangents.
Welcome to the Tangent Cast.
This one was well, at least we didn't go into what we were talking about prior to the show. Otherwise, we would have just been nerdgasming over PCs that we can't afford.
Yeah, PC builds are like, that looks nice. My wallet doesn't like it.
To be honest with you, I think, though, when the Xbox Series X and the PS5 comes out, I think we should have a good chat about the specs and hardware and what that means.
Yeah, well, I think once we actually get specs, because I don't think Series X has had specs released.
They've kind of given a vague detail, but it's not hard specs.
Yeah, and same with the PS5. They've basically said, like, yeah, we'll have an SSD and we'll have ray tracing or whatever, but there's been no, firm, like, the terafloppies and whatever.
Actually, Xbox Series X has got the full list of tech specs on Windows website, so you can actually look at it now.
The what? Xbox Series X?
Yep.
Well, I know that the Xbox Series X, you can use the storage system as virtual RAM, and they have, GDDR6 and stuff like that.
What the hell?
So yeah, I will definitely have a look. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I see.
Oh, yes, I also see.
Anyway, that's not a now topic anyway.
No.
Now is a wrap up of this beautiful podcast that is our 4th episode.
Oh.
And
Yes.
say goodnight to our friends.
We can
Oh.
wrap it up. So I am Justin from Good Ken Gaming. Again, a page that I'll fucking post when I want to.
You want
I
news?
love
That's what it is, though.
You're just gonna have to fucking wait until I'm ready.
Like it literally is like I'll share something and be like, "Fuck, look at this news," and then like 5 weeks there'll be nothing. I really need to sort my shit out. But as always, if you need more up to date news, you want better content, NeoAir, that's your portal to gaming. Get it?
You said it.
Oh, well played. Well played.
It. I fucking got him.
I reckon he knows our stuff better than he knows his own, to be honest.
Probably. I don't know if you noticed. I kept commenting on your stream saying Djibouti.
I saw that.
I know. That's only we had to tag you twice to get you on our stream. Jesus
Yeah, when I
Christ.
saw it, I was like, this isn't Djibouti. What am I doing here?
I was gonna say something back to that, but I was like, ooh, gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Don't know who's looking at the stream chat.
The Djibouti boys are looking. Shout out to Djibouti. Because they're gonna hear this. All right. Well, yeah. Look, I'm Justin, Good King Gaming. Mitch, Aaron, your sign offs, please.
It's Aaron from NeoAir. We do gaming content on the regular. We're now doing streams on Tuesdays and Saturdays, so be sure to check it out. We've got our Saturday stream tomorrow night, or tonight actually by the time this goes live, of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which will be live streamed at, I think, 8:30 is the time we're looking for. So be sure to check it out. We'll be on all available platforms, so Mixer, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. So be sure to check it out.
And your fridge.
And Amazon Alexa,
Anything and everything.
Google Chromecast.
There's everything. Put it in your. Well, you probably can.
Yeah, this is Mitch from NeoAir. Thank you guys for joining us for episode 4. Please do let us know what you think, and definitely do come and join us on our streams. It's always lovely to chat with fellow gamers or tech nerds or just podcast listeners. Definitely have a chat with us. It's always great. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Peace out.
Peace.